Most of my days start between 5 and 6 a.m. So why do I start them so early? There's a few different reasons. The first is it means that I get ahead of everyone else, right? So if I think of anyone in the UK, most people are getting up typically somewhere between 7 and 8 o'clock. For others, it's even later, right? Depends on your job and depends on your commitment. But very, very few people are getting up and starting their day between 5 and 6 a.m. or even earlier than 5 a.m. So when you do that, you're in a position where you get ahead of the competition. You're able to get more focused and intentional work done before your phone starts going crazy and before people are likely to disturb you. So if you just compare person A, who's getting up at 9 a.m., for example, or close to that time, is waking up when the rest of the world is waking up, they're going to get distractions, notifications, phone calls, text messages, much harder to focus, versus person B, who's getting up between 5 and 6 a.m. or even before, less distractions, less notifications, can do focused, intentional, deliberate work without the world starting to wane in on them. So, being person B gives you a much better opportunity to get ahead versus, again, person A, who's going to be stifled by the constant life distractions coming in at them. The next reason is just mentally, it makes you a savage. When you're getting up ahead of the pack and you're doing something that no one else is doing, mentally, you just feel in beast mode at that time that you're awake, right? You know that you're doing something that's uncommon. You know that you're doing something that many others are just not willing to do. And that in itself can make an incredible, incredible difference to how you actually attack your work, but not only how you get at your work, how you just feel throughout the day. You already feel like you have a quick win, an early win. You're ahead and beat in the competition. And mentally, that just makes a huge, huge difference as to how you go about the rest of your day. The last thing is, it means that you're much more structured and organized about the day ahead. When you start early, you can plan ahead, you can get organized, you can set yourself a to-do list. And it means that typically by the time you actually get to 8, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., the time when most people need to actually start their working day, you've already been organized to plan out what you have to do. You're probably an hour to 2 hours ahead of the work that you need to do. So by the time most people's working day starts, you're already several steps ahead, meaning that you can focus that 9 and 10 a.m. time on focusing intentional work, but not necessarily the mission critical things, because you might have already got them done at the point that you've woken up. So it makes a huge, huge, huge difference. The last thing I'll say is that one of the first things that I do after I get up, of course, I meditate, I do a couple of other activities, but one of the first things that I do is exercise. And what I found is between that time early in the morning, it's one of the optimal times to get your brain and your body in alignment, get those positive endorphins flowing from that exercise. And it really, really sets you up for the rest of the day, because most people are sleeping. So typically I train outdoors, I go for a run or I go to the playground and do some calisthenics. So by doing that work when it's just quiet, it means that you just get that real mental clarity while at the same time being able to get those positive endorphins flowing through that activity. So there's just so many benefits in starting your day early, getting ahead of the pack, being able to do focused and intentional work before other people, and getting your brain and body centered and focused for the day ahead. So give it a try. Set your alarm clock an hour or two before you do right now, and let me know how you get on. I hope this video has been helpful in some way. I'll see you on the next one.